Everyone, welcome to BYJU'S exam prep. My name is Naveen and I'm a serial 100 percentiler and 99 plus 99 percentiler in QA and LRDI in CAT. So today I will be taking you through as to how quant is important and how you should actually prepare for it. Okay. So today's session name is for CAT 2023 preparation, how to prepare for quantitative aptitude for CAT. Yeah, good afternoon. Varun, how are you? Long time no see. Okay, so the quant portion it's going to contain 22 questions. If you look at this current year's scenario, so it has got 22 questions that has to be finished in 40 minutes, right? Almost all questions are independent of each other. There may be a possibility next year that we are going to have maybe one or two sets of 2 questions. Okay, so unless and until the notification is not out, we would have no idea. Okay, now the entire quant, it is divided into 5 topics. The first topic that we have is arithmetic. Okay, now in arithmetic we have got percentages, profit and loss, simple interest, compound interest. We also have ratios, averages, mixtures, solutions, allegation, replacement. We have got time, speed and distance, which is the third subtopic under arithmetic, and then we have got time and work. Okay. Now arithmetic is the most important topic of all. So majority chunk of the questions that you will get in quant as well as LRDI is going to be from arithmetic. So you are going to be good in the other section, which is DI, only if you are good at arithmetic. So if you're not good at arithmetic, this topic is gone, as well as your DI is going to be a cumbersome. It's going to be difficult. You'll find it very cumbersome to solve. So arithmetic is also has the highest weightage when it comes to quant. Okay, along with the next topic, which is algebra. Now algebra is vast, but it has got some limited number of topics within it, right? So subtopics are limited, but the types of questions are a lot, and the subtopics are also not very small number of subtopics, right? For example, in arithmetic, we just saw there were 4 subtopics. Either you can say there are 9 to 10 topics. Now algebra, all the topics that you see over here, they are related. For example, equations, linear, quadratic, special, you've got polynomials, which is same as equations that we will be dealing with. Functions, as in how those equations are going to look like on a graph. Excuse me. Then we have got inequalities, which is basically the graph, to what extent it can go, to what extent below it can go, to what extent at the highest point it can go. That is also understood as maxima and minima. Progressions is another way of looking at the graphs or the equations. Then we have got logarithm, a special function, and then we have got binomial and multinomial, right? Now, the third topic is number system. Now, this topic has got limited number of subtopics. As you can see, properties, HCF, LCM, divisibility, cyclicity, remainder, factorial, base system, surds and indices. But the types of questions are unlimited. That's why number system is considered as one of the most difficult topics in quant. Basically, first reason being the number of questions, types of questions are unlimited. But the concepts are limited. So you will be given a word problem, it becomes sometimes very difficult to even understand what to apply over here. Should we apply factors? Should we apply co-prime? Should we apply divisibility rule? Or maybe all 3 are going to be applicable. So it's only with practice we will have an idea as to which question is going to be related to which particular subtopic. Well, the previous 2 topics, which is arithmetic and algebra, they both together will constitute somewhere around 60% to 70% of the total number of questions. So out of 22 questions, somewhere around 12 to 14 questions are going to be from just those 2 topics. And remaining 8 questions are going to be from the remaining 3, which is number system. You're going to have somewhere between 2 to 3 questions only from number system. Next topic is geometry. Again, you will have around 2 to 3 questions from geometry. Now, geometry topic consists of lines and angles, triangles, polygons, quadrilaterals, circles, 3-dimensional geometry and mensuration, and coordinate geometry. Coordinate geometry is more related to algebra than geometry, but because we will be drawing the graphs and the figures, so we are going to use the concepts or the formulas of geometry. So 12 to 14 questions from arithmetic and algebra, 2 to 3 questions from number system, 2 to 3 questions from geometry, and the fifth topic is modern maths, which includes permutation and combination and probability. You get 0 to 2 questions, as in there have been years where certain slots did not even have a single question from either one of these two. Now, if you look at the entire syllabus that we have just discussed, major chunk of the syllabus is only up to 10th standard. For example, modern maths, I'm not going to include up to 10th standard. Geometry, yes, it's up to 10th standard. Maybe some part of coordinate geometry is not of 10th standard. Number system is completely up to 10th standard. Basically, actually, it is from up to 9th or 8th standard only. But the thing is, the types of questions we dealt with during our 8th or 9th standard is not something we are going to see here. We are going to have advanced level questions. But the concepts are going to remain same. The application is going to change. Algebra, majority of the topic is from 11th and 12th, right? Whether it is maxima, minima, progressions, logarithm, binomial, multinomial. So a lot of students, they struggle in this topic algebra. So if you want to start practice, you should start with arithmetic, then you should move over to algebra, because this is going to consume the maximum time, right? Arithmetic, everything is up to standard 9th or 10th, nothing beyond that. In 11th and 12th, if you had maths, you know that you'd never studied arithmetic then. Everything was until there. If you guys are thinking time, speed and distance is 11th and 12th, where you had to do velocity and displacement and all that. No, those questions never come in CAT. Okay, these are the, and anyways, we learned time, speed and distance in physics, not in maths. So this is going to include maths, which is ratios and proportion usage is going to be there in TSD. Okay, next comes in, if you're going to target next year CAT, so how should you start your preparation, right? What all things are required? So you need to evaluate at what level you are, right? So unless and until you have no idea how much you need to practice, how do you start your practice, right? If you are going for a duel and if you don't know how strong your enemy is and how many moves or what types of moves are required, how would you actually go and duel? So it's important to first of all do a sample duel, as in fight with one of your peer, right? One of your friends, spar with them, right? In the same way, before you start your preparation for 2023 CAT, pick up any previous year CAT, one of the slot papers. No idea what it is about, right? So go through the paper, try to solve as many questions as you can. No guessworks, okay? Only attempt those questions that you're able to solve and time it, just like in the actual exam it should happen. Once you are done with it, then looking at how many questions you were able to solve and how many of them were correct and how many were the wrong, how many questions did you miss out? Questions from which topic you were comfortable with and questions from which topic you did not understand, you did not even give it an attempt, will decide which topic you should actually more concentrate on. Don't worry about your score in that, right? It's just like a, a trial that you are giving, right? But it will help you a lot. So before you pick up any book or any material or do anything, you write one of the previous year papers. Now, once you are done with it, you may decide to join an institute for the preparation, right? Or you may not. Now, if you decide to join preparation, the faculty at the institute will help you understand what should be your schedule, right? How you should go about solving questions, which topics should be, what should be the sequence of the topics in which you should solve, which all questions you should more concentrate on. And there are going to be tons of things that you will save time on. For example, if you're reading a chapter on, let's say, binomial and multinomial and you have never read it before, you will take somewhere around 10 to 12 hours to have a grasp of it and then understand a bit of it. You will take nothing less than 30 to 40 hours in order to completely have, not completely, I will say, complete to nahi ho sakta, but you will have a very decent idea as to what questions come, how do you solve them? What does NCR mean? What do you mean by number of terms? What do you mean by middle term? What do you mean by general term? What do you mean by coefficient, sum of coefficients, and so on? There are tons of things, right? I'm just giving an example of binomial and multinomial. So you spend like 40, 60, 80 hours in order to reach there. When you join an institute, the teacher knows where you will be faulty, where you are going to make mistakes, what all things you are going to struggle with the understanding, right? So before the session, if you join an institute, you study, have an idea as to what it is all about. It's not necessary for you to understand everything, right? If you can understand it in bits and pieces, that's good enough. When you attend a session by a teacher, then he or she is going to tell you everything about, what all these things are. So they will simplify things for you. So the 40 hours thing gets boiled down to just 2 to 3 hours. And everything that you may have learned in 40 hours, you will learn exact same thing in 2 to 3 hours, and you will learn it, you will understand it better. And once you are done with the session, go back to the same topic and now reread it. Try to solve questions, and you will realize that your efficiency has gone up by a huge extent. Okay, so this is one of the reasons why you should join an institute, right? It's not true for everyone. Some people, they already know all the topics. All they do is just need the revision. So they may not join an institute. They can straight away go with the mocks or solve questions, right? That's how they prepare. So completely, it depends from person to person. So it's not mandatory for everyone to join an institute, or it's not mandatory that everyone will be able to ace an exam without joining an institute. It's all about how much time you have. People, especially working people, right, who are working, or people who are in the college, who have got their college up to, let's say, 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock, and then they have to study for their college as well as prepare for the CAT, they will not find enough time. So what you have to do is do a bit of smart work, right? If you do not have 40 hours, 20 hours, 10 hours to read and understand every topic, and that also like in a soap or serial, you can't understand everything in one sitting, right? You won't have those many hours spared. So in that case, you join an institute so that you know that when you are attending the sessions religiously, you are covering the syllabus, you are covering all the varieties of the questions. You also get to know that which topics are important and what are the shortcuts, which you will not get if you study on your own, and that will eat up a lot of time. That's also the reason a lot of working professionals, they prefer joining an institute or the other, right? The next important thing is when you join an institute, you get to know the competition in real time. So suppose I am taking a session. If I give you a question, there are like 20, 30, 40, 80 students in the class. It depends from batches to batches, institute to institute, right? So when a question is asked by the teacher and when the students start answering and everybody can see who is answering what, then you get to know that where you stand. If you were the one who answered first, so you are very good at that topic. You're not good in an entire topic. You're good in that particular question or that particular application. And you will also get to know how good or bad the others are. You will come to know what kind of queries others are asking, or if people have been asking any doubts or not. That will help you decide that where you stand. Because this is very important. If you have no experience of what the actual competition is for an exam, and if you straight away sit for the exam, you will have no idea as to how much you need to score to get, above all, to beat people, right? So in order to have an idea about the competition, it's a very good thing to join an institute. Even though you are good at topics, if you are very good at quant, LRDI or verbal, joining an institute just for the sake of knowing the shortcuts and the competition, it's a good move, right? Once you join and you attend the classes or you look at the recorded sessions, whatever it is, then how do you start preparing? Suppose if I start with the first topic, arithmetic, right? How should you prepare? Excuse me. So this is what you should follow. You should start with the books first. Okay, read the chapter before the class. Before every class, read the chapter. It will take 45 minutes to an hour at most. So you will know which topic is going to be discussed today. So you can read that beforehand. And when you get into the class, you will have kind of an idea what it is all about. So when the faculty starts teaching you about that particular topic, excuse me, you know what they're talking about. It's not going to sound gibberish or Greek to you, right? Once you are done with the books, then you go through the class notes, as in what all questions are being discussed in the class. Once that is done, you go back to the books. Okay, so the pattern is books, class notes, books. Once you are done with the entire topic, as in once you have solved 150, 200 questions of that particular topic, you will find all those many questions in class notes and books. Then you need to now time your tests. Because right now when you're solving through the books or with the faculty online, you really have no idea how many minutes you are taking. You're not keeping count of everything. And anyways, even if you're keeping a count of it, you're not timing every question, right? So then you move over to topic tests. What are topic tests? Topic tests, as the name suggests, for example, if we are looking into arithmetic, so you will have tests that will contain questions only from arithmetic. No other geometry, mensuration, nothing of that will be there, right? These topic tests are timed topic tests. Okay, so let's say it's a half an hour topic test that will contain around, let's say, 10 to 12 questions. So within half an hour, if you're able to solve 10 to 12 questions, that's a good indication that you're doing well. In 30 minutes, if you are able to solve, let's say, only 5 or 6 questions, so it indicates you are taking way too much time. And how many are correct, how many are wrong, all of those will be generated and given you as a feedback by the system itself, because system is AI generated. Okay. Once you are done with the topics, 2-3 topics at least. So I suggest that you should get done with arithmetic and algebra, these 2 topics first. Then you move to sectional tests. Now what are sectional tests? Sectional tests will be 3 sectional tests, LRDI, VARC and QA. So if I talk about QA, in the QA sectional test, you will have an entire 40 minutes duration. That's what the current CAT pattern is, right? So in 40 minutes duration, you will be given 22 questions. Now in those 40 minutes, those 22 questions can be from any topic. It will include questions from number system, algebra, arithmetic, geometry, modern math, sabse hoga. Now they are going to be in a haphazard manner. One question may be from geometry, the second question may again be from geometry, the third may be from numbers, then you will have permutation combination. So the sequence of topics are going to be jumbled up. It will help you prepare that when questions come from different topics, when those are thrown at you, do you quickly grasp them and understand them or not, right? Once you are done with sectional tests and you practice a lot of sectional tests, you keep on doing it unless and until you reach to a decent score or a decent accuracy. Then you start writing the mocks. Now mocks are 2 types. One mock is a general type mock and another is called all India mocks or open mocks, right? All India or open mocks are the kind of mocks that are available to all the students, whether they are the students of that institute or not, doesn't matter. While the general mocks, generic mocks are only for the institute students. So unless and until you're not enrolled with the institute, you will not be able to attempt those general mocks, right? Those all India or open mocks will give you a good feedback as to how well you are preparing and how well others are preparing, looking at your score and the accuracy, right? These all mocks and the feedback and the scoring system, these are all very good systems. They will tell you which topic is your strong, how many questions you made mistakes, which question is your weak, what is your accuracy, how much did the person who topped got, what score did he get, what percentile did he get, what percentile you are at, what all things you need to improve in order to reach there. All of these things are being given as a feedback, or it is displayed on the dashboard of the student profile that you have, right? So these all are online. Starting with books and class notes, beyond everything is online, right? Even class notes are online if you have joined an online program. Once you are done with the mocks, you'll keep on doing this. So repetition starts. So we are doing arithmetic, books, class notes, books, class notes. Done with the arithmetic, then we will move to topic test of arithmetic. Solve it because those are timed automatically. Then once you are done with it, go back to books, class notes, topic tests. Get done with one more topic. When you're done with at least 2 topics, then move to sectional tests. When you're done enough number of sectional tests, then you move to mocks. And when you have given enough number of mocks, then you move to previous year papers. Now, how many mocks are enough? How many sectional tests are enough? Well, it's something which is very difficult to predict beforehand. It depends from student to student. For some student, maybe 4 or 5 mocks will be good enough, because the faculty will evaluate your score and will tell you, okay, fine, this is what you are consistent with, this is where you are making mistakes, so you need to improve on that. You work on it, you work on your flaws, and then you improve your score. Then you get to a certain extent where you know where it is going, where you are standing. Now, some people will take 3 or 4 mocks only to reach there. Some people may take 15 mocks to reach there, right? So you have to discuss it with your faculty who will help you out with this, okay? And once you're done with the mocks, like I said, enough number of mocks, then you start solving previous year papers. Because please understand, even though mocks are going to contain new set of questions, and when sectional tests have new set of questions, but these sets are not the questions are not exactly CAT questions always, right? So unless and until something is not exactly CAT, we cannot say that this is a CAT standard. So it's impossible that any institute who is selling a test series can say that this is, my mocks are CAT standard mocks. No. The mocks of an institute is going to be closest to CAT standards. It cannot be the exact CAT standard, right? Common sense, obviously, because it's not a CAT. These are not CAT questions. So when you're solving previous year papers, you get the exact idea as to what CAT standard questions are. क्योंकि वो तो CAT में आया ही हुआ है, so CAT में तो आएगा ही. But if I give you a random question, it may or it may not come, right? Concepts are there, but the level of difficulty, it keeps on changing. We at BYJU'S, our mocks are closest to this year's CAT that you can have, because Bangalore is going to conduct this year, so LRDI is going to be difficult, and we have made sure that our LRDI is to the level at which IIM Bangalore is going to give you. Same is true for verbal and same is true for quant. And previous year papers, you're not going to solve up to 1990s or solve mat karo. It's a wastage of time. I mean, it's a good thing if you solve it, but it's not mandatory. Because when CAT exam used to be offline, which was before 2009, then the number of questions and level of questions were very, very different from what it has changed to since it has become online. In the case of online, the questions are more application and conceptual based, less of calculation based. Same is true for LRDI as well. Okay. So, in short, if you are preparing for CAT 2023, now is the right time, because if you are working or whether you are a college student, you will have enough time to actually give equal attention to your work or your college, as well as give equal attention to your CAT, so that there is no rush, right? Whenever you are going to have your college exams, or whenever you are given a project from your company, you can any day keep a few days pause for CAT preparation. You can continue with what you are supposed to do. Once that project is done or your exams are over, you can come back to the preparation, because you have enough number of days. You have more than a year right now in your hand. But if you decide to join somewhere in the month of March, April, May, then it becomes a little crunch. So think about this. If I tell you right now that you need to study on an average of, let's say, 20 hours in a week. So 20 hours in a week for 50 weeks, if I take it for the sake of easy calculation, that's going to be 1000 hours are required. 1000 hours mein aapka preparation ho jayega, let's say. If you decide to join in the month of, let's say, May, so you will have May, June, July, August, September, October. You will have 6 months. So 20 hours per week will now change to 40 hours per week. 40 hours per week ka matlab hai, you will have to sit down every day 6 hours, no matter what. Now, this may sound easy. ठीक है, 6 घंटे बैठ जाएंगे. It's very difficult to sit for 6 hours every day. And that has to be consistent, because if you take one day break, so those 6 hours have to be distributed. So every other day of this week will now become 7 hours, right? So as early as possible, if you start your preparation, it's going to be easier on you. Okay, but you have to be consistent. It becomes quite boring if you're studying something for a year, but you have to be consistent, right? And once you start the preparation, this is the process you should follow. books, class notes, topic tests, sectional tests, mocks, and then previous year papers. Also, some of you may find quant difficult, as in some concepts you may not remember or you may have never studied. You may have studied, but you did not pay attention way back in school. In that case, very few, but there are students every year who have to pick up standard 6th to 9th or 10th NCERT books. They have to go through 6th to 10th NCERT maths books. Then when they come to the preparation, they find it easier. So if you are one of those students who hated maths or who chose a different stream just because they did not have maths, you will have to start with your NCERT. So it means the sooner you start, the quicker you can start with the actual questions of CAT, right? So that's all about the preparation of CAT 2023 QA section. Well, we have started our All India Open Mock for NMAT this year. So it started on 14th, it will go on until 22nd. So everyone please do attempt it because it's already live. And for All India Open Mock CAT 2022, our 4th Open Mock is going to start from 28th October and it's going to continue until 6th November. You can register it right now. All the links to the registration and the attempt, it has been given in the chat as well as it is given in the description below. How writing the mock, All India Open Mock from BYJU'S is going to help you. You will be given the video solution by the faculty. So video solutions are very important, right? So if you're reading something, you may or may not understand, but when somebody speaks and you hear it, then you understand, okay, fine, what is it? And reading things are also very boring. All the things that I have said so far, if you try to convert into a transcript, it will be a huge long article, right? But while listening, it's so much easier to understand. That's why video solutions are extremely important. Okay. The system will also tell your strengths and weaknesses, as in which topic is strong, which is weak. In the weak topic, how much you need to work on. The strength topics, how strong they are, what has been your accuracy. It would also help you identify the exam strategy. So it's all about practice, practice, practice. Actual game खेलने से पहले net practice करना पड़ता है, right? Same thing. So you can experience your NMAT and CAT just before the D-Day. Not just before, as in before the D-Day, but just like that. Also, we have we are going to start our last lab to CAT 2022. Okay, this is from 17th October onwards, 7 p.m. daily. Now, what is this? This is your shortcut to 99 percentile. So if you're targeting CAT 2022 this year, and if you are struggling at 80 percentile, 75 percentile, 72 percentile, and you really want to reach 90, 95, 99, then please do attend these sessions. So it's going to be 7 p.m. daily and it's going to be on app. So you can download our app. It's given in the description below from Play Store. Once you download the app, you do not have to pay anything. Okay, so it's all free. So you will be given 20 power packed live sessions. You will be given high probable questions. High probable questions means not that the same question will be there in CAT. No, no. But the concept discussed will be there in CAT. Okay. And then section wise, your score is going to be, it will be given a huge boost. The faculty is going to talk all about it in that. So don't forget 17th October onwards, 7 p.m. daily. And people who are still, struggling with strategizing their CAT exam, you can buy our mock product. It has got more than 70 mocks covering all MBA entrances, not just CAT, but non-CAT exams as well. So you will have around 10,000 practice questions. You will have more than 1,000 topics tests. You will have 4 All India Open mocks, the ones that we just discussed. कि अभी ये 4th वाला अभी आने वाला है. You will have detailed mock analysis and it's always curated by IIM alumni. Okay, so you can buy it there at a discount. And people who are willing to join 2023 online program, so we have got a comprehensive program for you. The batches have just begun. So you will be given a tablet for that, right? From there you can study and you can attend all your sessions. Live classroom will happen with more than 200 hours. Mock tests, this entire mock tests will be given to you. It is included. Practice tests will be given. There will be recorded lectures, the ones that we are doing right now. Similar recorded lectures happen over the app. You will be given the books for each BRC, Q and LRDI, like we discussed, the sources. You will be also helped with your GDPI preparation. That includes 12 recorded and 3 live sessions. GDPI is a very critical part in your CAT journey. You will be also given the study notes. So the teachers, whatever they write in the PDF, that is handed over to you. Well, all the best for your preparation. Thank you, everyone. Take care. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. And if you have got queries, you can join our Telegram channel, which is BYJU'S MBA Doubts. And please do download our app. It's there on Google Play. Simply register. Don't have to pay anything. You will find hundreds of videos discussing about the exams, about the analysis, about the questions, concepts. Everything is there, all free of cost for you guys. Thank you. Thank you for your time. See you again soon. Bye. Okay, I have got certain queries. So Parth says, last time in 2016 when IIM Bangalore was the exam center, they gave more from geometry as compared to algebra. Should we expect the same year also? So Parth, sorry, I saw the message late. No, it's not about the number of questions are going to remain same. Okay, it's more about the level of difficulty. So if they had given more questions of geometry, it's not mandatory that you will have more questions on geometry this year as well. It's more about the level of difficulty was on the easier side in last Bangalore setup exam. This year also is going to be on the easier side as compared to last 2 years at least. Okay. Azra says, I'm stuck in quants. How do I increase my accuracy rate? So Azra, the way to increase your accuracy rate is to write a lot of topic tests. Okay. So you need to first of all decide. So if you are, let's say, solving 10 questions in 30 minutes. Okay. You have marked 10 questions and these 10 questions you decide, you time it like 30 minutes, I'm going to solve it. Your target is not 10 questions. 10 questions नहीं होंगे 30 minutes में. और हो भी जाएंगे तो accuracy नहीं होगी. As in, if you attempt 10, only 6 are going to be correct. Then you'll be like, मेरा math खराब हो गया, right? So what you need to do is, when you see 10 questions, you should already target that you're going to solve only 6. This is very important, that you should be selective in while attempting questions, because 22 questions in quant section in CAT, nobody solves all 22. And even if they solve 22 को सही नहीं होते, किसी को 66 number नहीं आया आज तक quant में, right? So nobody can solve it, so you can't solve it. You're also among everyone, right? So you have to target to what level you can go. So you should initially start with total questions का 50%. So 10 questions में से 5 करेंगे, बस, that's it. Half an hour, 5 questions. Once you're able to do it, then move to the next topic test, which will have, sectional test, not topic, sorry. Then move to the next sectional test and then try to solve, let's say, out of 22 questions, target 11 करेंगे in 40 minutes. If you're able to solve 11 questions, then move to 13 questions, then move to 15 questions. So increase by 2 questions once you are settled at a particular accuracy. Your accuracy will never be 100%. If you attempt only 2 questions, तो 100% accuracy है, मतलब दोनों सही हैं. पर 2 की जगह if you attempt 20 and you are going to assume कि 20 के 20 सही होंगे, नहीं हो सकते, किसी के नहीं हुए. I was a 100 percentiler in 2021, right? And 99.99 overall. I attempted almost all the questions. My all questions were not correct. I still made 2 mistakes. It is going to happen, right? So that should be your strategy. Start with 50%, then increase by 1 or 2 questions. If your score is not consistent, keep on attempting 50% of the questions. The once in 2-3 continuous tests or mocks your score reaches there, then increase the number of questions by 2 or 3. Reach there, then again increases by 2 or 3. ऐसे थोड़ा baby steps लेके बढ़ते हैं. Okay, Varun has a question. Questions which are difficult while giving mock, sometimes the solution given to the question, they are not given a simpler way. So Varun, that's why we have got the video solutions, because I do record video solutions for our mocks. There I prefer, not just I, everybody prefers to not simply state whatever was the written solution. It's more about how a faculty is going to attempt, right? Because the things that we can understand in a video interaction is very different when I have to write things down. Because when I'm writing things down, I have no idea what all doubts you may come up with, right? When we are live, when we are talking, you can ask doubts. So theory solutions are very different from video solutions. I completely agree. So wo kabhi na it becomes difficult. Even though the solution is actually very easy to understand, but in order to make you understand, the solution may look like a huge one, right? Varun, no, I am not writing NMAT this year. Not this year, I can't say that, yet I have not registered for it. Okay, so thank you everyone. Thanks for joining. I hope I answered all your queries. Take care now. Bye-bye.